Top story. I am lucky to be alive. This week, Donald Trump, the exiled boy king, held his first 2024 campaign rally, and the moment he galloped onto the Waco stage like a stallion digesting a fillet of fish, I experienced what I deduced was a cataclysmic dopamine shockwave. And so, I'd like to thank Dr. Harris Miller and the entire Waco Ascension Providence Emergency Room team for quickly diagnosing that I hadn't sipped water in a month and giving me orange Gatorade, which is my favorite. Here to welcome me back to the living is comedian and The Daily Show correspondent Roy Wood Jr. Thanks for joining us, Roy.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing good. Now, Roy, obviously you were at the Trump rally. What was your takeaway, and is it true they're making a Touched by an Angel sequel based on the audience's ecclesiastical elation?
I don't know what black man you saw at the Trump rally, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm happy to talk about the Trump rally, but I was not there physically at the Trump rally. I would not accept that assignment. I would stay home.
All right, well, what about the Trump campaign in general? What do you think of that?
For me, I think that, the Donald Trump campaign still has a lot of questions hanging over it right now. And so, Trump can fool his base, the diehards who are going to be with him no matter what. But part of what made Trump initially in 2016 were the moderates. And I really feel like the moderates are still sitting back and assessing Trump's campaign comparatively to what type of candidate Ron DeSantis is evolving into. And then on top of all of that, you still have pending indictments hanging over this campaign's head. So this might all be a moot point in a couple weeks.
I love that Trump held the rally at the Waco airport. Nothing says I adore my supporters like saying, mind meeting me at the airport so I can get the hell out of here as quickly as possible?
Well, I like how he portrayed the January 6th protesters as heroes. They're exactly like the D-Day soldiers, if instead of trenches, they slept at the Willard Intercontinental Hotel.
Absolutely. Now, so people don't think Hot Take has some crazy right-wing bias, let's talk about the leader of the other side of the aisle, Ron DeSantis. His administration is pushing to expand his Don't Say Gay law to all grades because it's a sin to try to pursue something God does not want for you, says the guy down 1,000 points in the Republican primary. Roy, shouldn't DeSantis take this bill a step further and apply it to kids even after they graduate and enter the workplace so they become nice, well-adjusted, sexually repressed psychos like me?
I think that everything that Governor DeSantis is doing is just indicative of what people feared the law would be a couple of years ago when it was initially introduced. And everything the Republicans said at the time in Florida was, no, it's okay. It's just for K through 5. It's just the kids. It's just the preteens. All right, it's the kids, the preteens, and the teenagers. And I think it's just such a dangerous precedent. And if that's the way he's going to run a state, I don't even want to think about how he would run this country.
When kids hear about something in school, they immediately want to emulate it. It's the same reason that after I took home ec in high school, I wanted to be spaghetti.
Kids should not be forced to learn gross, weird things like menstruation when they're just going to learn from experience when the blood starts coming out of their butts or whatever.
Austin, you idiot. Women don't have butts.
Well, we didn't until Joe Biden came along.
We need Trump back to get rid of our butts!
Yeah, over the wall with it.
I don't like it.
Moving on. Roy, you are hosting the 2023 White House Correspondents Dinner. What is your strategy? Just start in on Hunter Biden and don't stop until Joe starts crying?
I don't think I'm there to just inflict pain.
What?
I think the Correspondents' Dinner is an opportunity to make a couple jokes across both sides of the aisle, but more importantly, I'm just there to celebrate members of the media and the hard work they've put in trying to make sense of this country.
Look, I'm sick of White House Correspondents' Dinner comedians punching down at the most powerless among us, wealthy conservative power players. So here now for your consideration are hot take jokes about liberals for once. I'll say a joke and you tell me if you're going to use it. Ready?
Okay. I'm listening. I'm ready. I'll take these suggestions.
Okay. I see President Biden is here. Joe Biden is so old that he can't be trusted to secure our southern border, which is totally out of control. It's a disgrace. What happened to this country? Roy, what do you think?
Was that all of the joke?
Yeah.
Was that the setup?
Yeah.
Where's the
Setup, punchline.
No.
It's okay. All right. Well, how about this? First Lady Jill Biden is in attendance. I know she prefers Dr. Jill Biden, but I do not respect the work she did to achieve that title in large part due to her gender. Roy, I went there. What do you think?
I don't know if these are the jokes that I would use personally, but I mean, these jokes would kill on Newsmax. Let me just say that for sure.
All right, so how about this? Nancy Pelosi is here with her husband, Paul. Personally, I wish he had succumbed to his injuries that night. Okay, you have to use that one. What do you say?
Tyler, how long do you do stand-up? Have you ever?
No, but I've thrown a lot of stuff at stand-ups. And that is Hot Take Jokes about liberals for once.